paper or plastic? It's no longer a question shoppers at supermarkets in New York will be posed with. From March 1st, customers had to bid bye-bye to plastic bags, as NY became the fourth US state to implement a ban. In addition, some cities in the state, including the Big Apple, have opted for a 5-cent paper bag fee.
Certainly more is needed, but you've got to start somewhere, and this is a very significant action. What this will do will be to encourage consumers to use reusable bags when they're going on their shopping trips, and will cut back billions of bags, single-use plastic bags that provide a momentary convenience but are an environmental burden to the state for a century or more.
Around 10 billion plastic bags are used in New York City every year, according to the Natural Resources Defense Council. And each one of these is only used for 12 minutes on average before it's thrown away. Nationwide, annual consumption is estimated at 100 billion bags. But while environmentalists are applauding the ban, a number of businesses are saying it's been rushed and could hurt their bottom line. Ian Joskovich, the Chief Operating Officer of the Westside Market chain, says paper bag alternatives cost his store 3 to 4 times more than plastic ones. If they go through the same number of paper bags as they do plastic, 50,000 to 60,000 per week, this will be a significant jump in expenditure. But he thinks the ban is a good idea and is hoping the 5-cent fee, which goes directly to the city, will encourage shoppers to bring their own bags, reducing his costs in the long term.
As human beings, we don't like change. So there's an element of that to it. The other thing is they're more expensive. There's no question about that. They're bulky, they take up a lot of room, but you need to give it time to see if it really does work. If people do use reusable bags and they no longer require us to give them bags, in the long run, that could benefit us financially.
But most shoppers seem to be on board with the switch.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, I use my own bags anyway, so we have to start somewhere in terms of the environment.
I think it's great for the environment, and I think this is about time that we take measures with regards to plastic.
I'm definitely guilty of forgetting to bring my reusable bags, so I think it'll help me to be more conscious of that, and I think other people too.
Some even think it doesn't go far enough. Plastic bags are still allowed for vegetables, fruits, meats and newspapers. Retailers are also allowed to use bags more than 1/4 of a millimetre thick. Bans like this have been in place for years in countries, and it looks like the US might be catching up. It's a step forward, but with plastic still the preferred packaging option for producers and retailers, it may just be the tip of the iceberg. Jade Barker, World in New York.